another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Now today, I wanted to discuss a question I get asked a lot and was actually asked in my last video. And that is, what do I think is a great collection for $10,000? Well, let me just say this. I'm going to showcase 3 watches totaling about $10,000, and this is pre-owned pricing. Now, I'm well aware my taste is pretty esoteric, so these watches may not be particularly what I picked, because I've been doing this 10 years, so my tastes have evolved. But I'm going to show you a really well-balanced collection that I think any new collector should be more than happy with, or any veteran collector for that case, and that I would really love to have as well. Now, if you guys are interested, leave a comment below and ask me what I would personally pick for $10,000, and we can get into some of the weirder brands. Also, before we get started, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com. That's Delray Watch Supply, my website where I sell some pre-owned watches. I just got some great new stock. Rolex Submariner Ceramic, a new Zenith Stratos Flyback, a vintage Rolex President, amongst other things. We just put up a bunch of new watches, so go check them out. That's delraywatch.com, link in the description. And of course, what am I wearing today? I'm wearing the Omega Speedmaster Apollo 14, one of the best pickups I ever made, and one of the best value watches out there. I really love this thing. I'm actually getting a little tired of the strap though, so I might change that out. I had it on a NATO, now it's on a collareb. I used to have it on a bracelet, and I want to put it back on the bracelet, but I don't know where the frig I put that thing. So I really hope I didn't lose it, because that's definitely about $700-800 to replace. But let's get right into it. 3 awesome watches, $10,000 total, starting from the least expensive to the most expensive. Now, every collection has to have a diver. Dive watches are the most popular out there, to the point where I think they're being a little played out and they're definitely overpriced, generally. However, for $300, I think the Seiko Turtle, particularly the Patty, is an awesome watch. But wait, Federico, didn't you just make a video saying how all Seikos are awful? No. I said there's some alignment issues, and that is true, and I think Seiko should fix that, but it doesn't mean the Turtle isn't an awesome watch. You get manual winding and hacking and an automatic movement, you get big water resistance, and you get this vintage look with that turtle-shaped case, which is awesome. It's very versatile, Seiko has great pedigree, and you can wear this in a polo, or maybe even with a sport coat. Turtle maybe not with a suit, but definitely a sport coat. It's tough as nails, it's inexpensive, and it's built to a really high standard, except for some alignment issues. But, if you want to know more about that, watch my last video. A Seiko had to make this list. I love my SKX, but the Turtle is 1,000 times better of a watch. The SKX is my preference, but that's just because I'm biased and I have an emotional connection with it. But the Seiko Turtle, my choice would be the Patty version, is an awesome, awesome watch. Now, next, let's pick a watch with icon status and a complication. And you know what? For $3,000, it has to be the Omega Speedmaster. Maybe not the Apollo 14 version, but a Speedy Pro with Hesselite. Now, yes, that's an easy choice. Some may argue it's even a boring choice, but it's a watch that almost everybody loves. It's probably one of the most beloved watches in the watch collecting universe, up there with the Sub, arguably even more loved than the Sub. You get a manual wind movement, you get a chronograph, it's a tough watch. Omega, so it's a great brand, it holds fantastic value, and it's an icon, right? And this is one of the most versatile watches out there. It can be worn in super dressy occasions, except maybe with a tuxedo, or it can be worn with shorts and a t-shirt. Not to mention, it looks great on straps, it looks great on bracelets. It's a really hard watch not to love. And while I almost picked another watch, maybe like the Mont Blanc Orbis Terrarum World Time, that would probably be reserved for Federico's three-watch collection for $10,000. But for more general appeal, the Omega Speedmaster is just a freaking awesome watch, full of history and full of value. Can you believe that the Rolex Daytona is over 4 to 5 times this price? Yeah, neither can I. And now we pick the most expensive watch. You know, we did $300 on the Seiko, $3,000 on the Speedy. This next watch is around $6,600. And most people would spend that on a diver. But you know what? I'm on a mission to bring back the dress watch. I think they're awesome, I think they're underappreciated, and I think they hold great value for money. And I'm going to pick the Jaeger LeCoultre Master Moon. This is a JLC with an in-house movement, master control with a moon phase. Moon phase, one of the most useless yet romantic complications out there that is really appreciated by watch lovers. Yes, you'll probably never use it, but if you're into horology or if you're starting to get into horology, it is an awesome complication, and no doubt you'll definitely learn to really, really appreciate it. It's one of those romantic complications. It harkens back to an older era of watchmaking. This is a 39mm watch. It's automatic. It's stainless steel. Very, very thin. Center seconds, date, and moon phase. Not to mention, it is one of the most elegant and well-balanced timepieces ever created. And I don't care if you disagree with me, you're wrong. For $6,600, you could certainly do a lot worse. Not to mention JLC, considered the watchmaker's watchmaker, is a great value proposition. Many people would put a diver at this category, but I think people need to really start appreciating dress watches more, because dress watches are really where haute horology started. It's where companies put the best finishing. It's where companies put the best complications. It's where the top tier of horology is, or at least was, because now you're getting all these fancy schmancy sports watches with tourbillons. And yeah, that's cool, you know, times change, but, you know, we have to respect the past, and a dress watch would definitely be my pick to spend the most money. I mean, traditionally, a sports watch would be the cheapest watch in the collection, and serious collectors would spend most of their money in their dressier pieces. Now that is changing, more and more skewed to the sports watch every day, and that's not a trend I think I like. So the JLC Master Moon takes the top spot. So let's recap. Seiko 300, Speedy 3000, JLC Master Moon 6600. It's $9,900. Well, you know what? You still have $100 left over for a steak and a martini and a great Saturday night out while wearing your JLC Master Moon at Smith & Wollensky. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a hell of a weekend to me. But guys, that's a more general overview of what I think would be a very, very well-balanced collection at $10,000. You know, my list would certainly be a little bit different, but as I said, that's because my tastes have evolved. Many people who have started out, you know, it's cyclical. You know, people start off with Rolex, JLC. I mean, I could have added a Roger Dubuis in the dress watch. I could have added a Gerard Perregaux Seahawk in the sports watch. Those are just my picks. As I said, this type of stuff is cyclical and tastes evolve. But if you guys want to hear my picks, or, you know, want something with a few more esoteric brands, leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, as I said, please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe. That really does help. And to make sure you don't miss any new content I put out here on Federico Talks Watches. Also, check out Del Rey Watch Supply, where I don't only sell watches, but I also sell cool Federico Talks Watches gear and offer watch servicing. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around for another episode of Federico Talks Watches, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.